Hi everybody, this is Monica Dawson, and I wanted to record a short little tutorial on how to conduct a three-way call. It first begins by knowing when is the right time to do a three-way call. So if you are thinking about it right now, I want you to ask yourself, who do you have that you have introduced to Nerium? Who do you have that has watched a video? And who do you have that is currently trying the product either as a customer or on a 7-day Nerium experience? That process is called the 2-a-day system, and it's found in your success planner. And notice that what we do is simply create interest, put product and information in their hands, schedule a follow-up, and get third-party validation. Third-party validation is probably the most critical step in the process, and it's the one that's easiest to miss. And so I want to help you to get comfortable with what it looks like to do a three-way call. First, I'll start by saying the purpose of a three-way call is to validate what you've shared about Nerium, answer any potential questions that they might have, and just get them a little bit closer to being ready to make a decision about what their appropriate level of involvement is. Sometimes after a three-way call, they know they become a customer. Other times they want to get questions answered so they can become a brand partner. It's not our job to convince or cajole, it's simply to sort people out accordingly, and the three-way call is a great place to do that. So, practically, how do you host a three-way call? It's really quite simple. Once you have your list of people who are evaluating Nerium, either they are looking at information or trying product, you want to schedule a time to follow up with them. I love the modern day text messaging where I can send somebody a quick message and say, hey, I would like to catch up with you today for about 10 or 15 minutes about Nerium. When is a good time? When the person replies back with a time, you can begin identifying who the right person would be to match them with. I like to conduct three-way calls with other people that they can relate to. Maybe they're in the same stage of life, perhaps they have the same background. I like to put men on the phone with other men, women on the phone with other women, professionals on the phone with professionals. Bear in mind, when your prospect is taking a look at Nerium, they're asking themselves two things. Do I like the product? But can I also see myself doing the business of Nerium? As in, do I have time? Do I feel comfortable? And would I do this with people that I know? And so the three-way call needs to be a comfortable process so that they want to do it once they introduce somebody else to Nerium. So once you've got a time and you identify your expert, you're simply going to let the expert know where that person is in the process. As in, have they watched videos? Have they tried product? And what you believe that their primary objections would be. At that point, once you already have your expert on the phone, then you will actually dial the prospect Susie Q. The conversation will go like this. Hi, Susie, this is Monica. Is this still a good time? It is. Oh, wonderful. Merge. Hey, Susie, I was just talking about you with my friend Steven, and I just wanted to introduce you guys because Steven has a similar background in nutrition like you do, and he's just been very successful at Nerium, and so I thought it'd be great for you guys to meet so you can talk to somebody else who's doing really well with the company. Then you simply mute the phone line and or put duct tape over your mouth. The expert's job is now to create rapport with that person, and we use something called FORM, F-O-R-M. First, we start with family. We want to know who they are. Are they married? Do they have children? O is occupation. What do they do for a living? R is recreation. What do they like to do with their time? And then M is motive. What about them would make them a good candidate for Nerium? There's always a pre-conversation that's going to happen before you actually dive into the meat. And people do not care what you know until they know that you care. And so it is the expert's job to create that rapport and build a relationship before they begin talking about Nerium. During the call, again, we're not trying to convince somebody. We want to identify where they are in the process and what we can do to help them come along in the process so they're ready to make a decision about their level of involvement. It's really just that simple. Once the call starts, it is a conversation between the prospect and the expert. Simply that. A good three-way call is 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how the dialogue goes. And sometimes you need more than one three-way call in the process, and that would be entirely normal. But the three-way call, if you can learn to master the simplicity of it and make it a natural part of your prospecting, trust me, your closing ratio, the number of people who make a decision about their level of involvement, and their ability to replicate with other people what you've just done to them will go through the roof. So thanks so much for your time and attention. We, as your Nerium Worldwide leaders, would love to help you get that third-party validation for anybody that you got making a decision or taking a look at Nerium. So with that, blessings, everybody, and thanks so much for your time and attention. It's a pleasure to be partnered with you.